don't have to look at my face skeleton anymore. Thanks.
Hey, what the fuck are we
Red.
supposed to be doing here?
Careful over there.
Fucking off?
Deadly, not dangerous.
Let's be smart about this. Battle stations.
I'm gonna just
wasn't I
invest
investigating
that
a
invest.
thing over?
Yeah, so you found the statue's head over there. Again, large. You would estimate roughly 200 pounds. Like it's a large statue's snake head. Yeah, and then up here again are the two statues of they're like humans with bird heads.
Is there anything on the walls at all down here?
Yeah, so well, I mean,
Murals?
yeah, you find some hieroglyphs again all over, but you're able to make out some of it. And most of it again, most of these are like, you know, kind of generic, kind of telling the stories and stuff. Nothing, you know, but every now and then you'll get a false in different areas. You see that there is a kind of a repeating thing that says in hieroglyphs, it says, "Let there be light, but only if the light allows it."
Okay. I'm gonna move towards the center of the room and just like one by lighting up the different braziers. And
So as you hit this one down here, it lights up. I'm assuming you're shooting like firebolt or something.
yeah.
Yeah. So as you hit this one, it lights up, but the one over here extinguishes. And then you hit this one here, and the one over here extinguishes. And then you hit this one here, and the one over here. It's like every time you light one, it puts out the other ones.
So there doesn't seem to be any pattern to it, like a light one up and another one.
Yeah,
that
how
light
you
up in
you
certain
spend
diff-
5 minutes, kind of, which would be quite a few. I mean, that'd be like 50 fucking casts of firebolt as you're, and you can't discern any every time you light any up, it
Yes.
puts the other.
It does seem to be a phrasing that gets repeated a lot on these walls, saying if it allows us or something again. The phrase that was on the walls.
Yeah, let there be light, but only if the light allows it.
Yeah. We'll try and light one of these up together at the same time.
It's worth a shot only because I don't have anything else
I have a
to
better idea.
recommend. But I would like to take a moment and try to make some connections. Like look at these statues.
Yeah.
You don't. Yeah, as you kind of peer around, you do
giant
notice
200
now
pound
with your perception, you do notice now the hinges on both of these statues' arms that would have kind of pushed, meant to knock whoever back into the pit. But otherwise, you don't really notice anything else that's out of, no connections that you can see or.
So, from what we've noted, jackal-headed statues seems to be kind of more prevalent in this religion that's here. From what I know, it does fit. Look, what was the other head of the statues?
Birds.
Yeah.
Birds. What is any in the text or anything I read up or learned about this religion? Does birds come up at any point, or something that
No,
represents it?
and no, nothing of particular. I mean, they do believe, like, that they oftentimes depict their deities and things as like these hybrid, so it's not surprising to you. However, that, those one creatures you actually saw are jackal headed, so
Yeah.
they do appear to be some sort of like more prominent.
Alana goes over to one of the far braziers and she's making ready to light it with her stuff, whether it's the torch or flint or something. But move over here. Whoever's gonna light the others.
Yeah, I have like a lighter that I made.
I'll move down to the south one that I'm closest to.
Okay.
Pull out my.
I'll stay in the middle.
I'm gonna light this one.
Yeah, Bones is ready to be the fifth element.
So you guys are all light, and you guys are gonna light them at the same time.
Yeah.
As you guys kind of ignite your light sources or shoot your magic or whatever you're using, you're lighting it with the torches. They all kind of erupt into fire, and as they do, they kind of erupt like kind of push you back a little bit, almost like a bonfire for a second before you see the northern door. You hear a grinding sound as it slides open or kind of pivots open. Remember, these doors open in the center, by the way, too.
Yeah.
Like it spins like this, so it pivots, revealing a hallway to the north.
All right. Now we're in
I
business.
think we got another toast for our.
Oh,
Oh, he froze at the
he
perfect.
froze. I was like,
We got a
He's got it
toast.
Perfect.
We're on a cliffhanger.
It was all
Toast.
No, I managed to get a quick capture of where you froze.
Ah, yes.
nice.
Come on, Bungo. Step behind
you're
me.
good. You're back.
We're leading this in.
You're back.
Like that.
Oh, also, I would have said that obviously Ren too when you were investigating everything on that the other door that didn't open. You notice there's a large prominent key hole.
Ooh. Is there a number?
Nice.
This one down here. No number on it. Just
Um,
so as Ren, as you kind of you peer down there real quick. We'll just pause for a second as you walk up to the door and peer down. You see that, yeah, there's a hallways going down. It ends in what appears to be a door at the far end. You see about 40 or 50 feet down, there's a passage going to your right and to the left. And then about 20 feet from there is another passage going right and left. And then about 20 feet from there is a door. So it's like a hallway with passages going off on each side and a door at the far end.
Hmm.
the broken statue off to the side.
Mhm.
There's like part of the statue somewhere. If I have a proper look around it, does it seem to be any mechanism or anything hidden about that, or is it literally just a broken piece of rock?
Yeah, you kind of investigate to see if there's any compartments or hidden things or something odd about it, and it just appears to be like any of these other statues, well made, and clearly broken off, like it's jagged to the point that this wasn't created this way. It clearly came off something larger, but yeah, other than that, you just see like nothing out of the ordinary.
Does it relate to anything from the murals we've previously seen, or?
Yeah, you'll see hieroglyphs with a lot of different animal heads. Like I said, that's pretty prevalent. So
Yeah.
you had seen some hieroglyphs with like snakehead men and other ones, just like you've seen like hippopotamus headed things and jackal headed, but nothing that stuck out, beyond everything else.
If we're trying, if in theatre of mind for a second, if we're trying to like from the hieroglyphs I've seen of those snake-headed ones, have they always had like the same kind of image, like where it's standing? If it's
No, not
pointing
necessarily.
towards-
Hieroglyphics, like they'll take a picture and then that means something, and then the way it's standing means something, right? And then
Yeah.
if something else is standing next to it in a certain way, it means something. So you definitely see them in many different ways because it's how they write with them.
I was just thinking if we could imagine a way that the statue was standing, if it was pointing to anything, or
You would have to see the rest of the statue that it came from.
Yeah.
You would think to understand anything about it, yeah.
I'll take a quick note of the statue anyway, like little tracing. Or join the rest towards this hallway.
All right. What would you guys like to do?
What do we think? I mean, we gotta go down, right?
Can we check the hallway for traps?
Yeah. I'm gonna just
I think
take my
Already out.
mace and nudge Ren forward.
No, stop, no, I blocked it. I'm in front of him. Like, calm down, buddy. Don't step on my dick here.
I'm just pushing you
Those-
forward.
Come on, my
Shit.
Listen, I will fucking smack you if you shush me again.
All right. Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's very
Memnock.
Gideon.
Memnock, hold my lantern. Pass it off to Memnock.
Memnock's holding it with his feet and just like floating there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a step
I'm
back
like-
then.
Yeah. I was like,
Memnock's
Gideon?
invisible though, so it's just a gyrating.
Just a light.
Yeah.
Is he invisible now?
you gotta,
Can he
Gyrating,
go
yeah.
invisible now?
Oh wait, no, he still can,
yeah,
right?
but you.
No, he can't. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah,
good
you're
point.
right.
He
Yeah,
can't.
you're
Nothing
right.
can go invisible.
I love floating lantern. It's happening later.
It's happening later. Then we put a
said,
sheet over him.
I say Gideon, and then I just don't say anything. I turn around and then I motion for Memnock to follow me, and we're gonna do some trap checking.
Okay.
Like nobody's ever seen before.
Meticulous.
But for the sake of it, you probably won't have to roll.
know
I'm
what you're
still checking traps too.
Ren,
Just-
Ren's yelling at Memnock like a dad yelling at his kid holding the light. Like, no.
Yeah. God damn
Move
it!
it
Can you
this
keep
way.
that thing straight?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you go ahead and move your character where you'd like to move. I'm assuming the whole time you're moving, you're checking for traps and like being methodical about it and all that. So as you, we'll pause right there for a second. As you make it to the first tee, you see that they go down quite a ways. If you look to your left, it goes down, whatever, 20, 40, 60, about 80 to 100 feet, and it looks like then turns right, or there's a door to your left. If you look down the right passage, you see that it dog legs or 90 degrees up, appears to go down a hallway up, and then again you can see what you see here. There's another passageway up ahead of you as well, to the left and right.
Can I yell back, like from down the hall, to Ren? Go that way. I'll send Memnock the other way just so we can get a look, and then we can keep going forward.
How's Memnock's vision?
He's just gonna float.
Yeah, but like, how's he like in terms of low light vision? Is he good? Is he cool?
He's one better than you and I.
All right, I'm gonna take the lantern back from him, and,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna take in exchange. I'm gonna take a small sash and put it over his head. So I'm going right. He's going left.
I will
think?
have Memnock. Yeah, I will have him check for traps. He's just not very good at it.
Okay.
But he's gonna be floating.
Okay, go ahead and move your characters. You can roll a perception check for Mimnock if you'd like. So as you make your way to the end, you see that it turns left and it goes about 10 feet and there's a door. That's Ren.
Standard swivel in the middle.
You do notice at the door that you're looking at, Ren, that there seems to be some sort of green residue that coats the edges of the door. Would you roll for perception for Mimnock?
It was a 12.
Okay. Yeah, as he gets down there, he looks left and right, and he sees there's a door to his right and left. Otherwise, he doesn't.
Ordinary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, above, you can't read you see there's hieroglyphs above that door, Ren, but I think it was whoever had comprehend languages and Usk could possibly read them.
I think that's just.
I can
just-
memorize what they look like, but yeah. Green residue. Can I take a closer look? Poison, acid. Vulcan
With your
blood?
perception, as you get closer, you start to smell it, and it smells caustic. It smells a little bit like bone smells right now after he fell in it.
So Bungo should still have comprehend languages up. 'Cause it
Okay.
cast it last session.
I got it. I'm like, oh.
Do you want to? You
Yeah,
can't like
okay,
you don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There's
I wanna
two
head back
doors
to-
down this way.
Bungo, as you make your way down to that, you kind of see the same thing with that green residue, but you look up at the hieroglyphs, and able to, again, it's like you see these, it just kind of forms into the language you understand, right? Like these pictures shape in your mind to the word that, and it says above it, the sea cows know how to open this door.
Something about manatees. Cows know how to open this door. That's weird.
It is weird.
Maybe whales?
To the other side.
Yeah, so you go to the other side and you see the same thing, kind of like the two doors, one to your right and one to your left, or one down and one up, whichever way you want to look at it. Sorry, 1 second here. Yeah, so that's what you see.
No words.
No words above those. Yep.
All right. Forward.
Probably the door that doesn't have acid around the corners, and I'll walk up to this door and.
Okay, so pause right there. So two things happen as Ren steps forward to kind of look here. You noticed to your left and right, there are statues. A pair of large blocky statues carved to look like humanoid hippopotamuses prevent passage to the east and west. Both hippos are carved with their mouths wide open, and there's a small hole carved into the back of each of their throats. Additionally, each hippo holds in its human-like hands a small stone box topped with a form-fitting lid. Small gaps between the statues and their respective walls allow you a glimpse of the corridor beyond them. So the statues cover most of, you can't really see much, but there's like a small area you can see past. It looks like the hallways continue. There's these hippo-headed statues, like men with hippo heads. Their mouth is open. Inside their mouth, there's a small hole carved into the back of their throat. In their hands is a stone box topped with a form-fitting lid. So that's what you see. Bungo, however, as you were over here, as you stepped right here, the floor below you gives way.
Sweet.
And actually, Gideon and Bones, can you give me a perception check, please?
Sure.
So you fall into a 30-foot deep pit.
13.
15.
Okay. Bones, you hear like a come from down the. Shit, I rolled like shit. So you take 9 bludgeoning damage, Bungo, as you fell 30 feet.
I think I'd like to cast Featherfall.
Okay. All right. You should tell me before I tell you the damage next time. But yes, you can.
You
You can do it this time. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll take the 9.
So you hit the ground, and everything goes black. Bones, you run down there. You see there's an open pit, and you peer down. It's utter blackness.
Bungo!
I turned my ankle.
Can I hear him?
I'm following. I'm gonna follow. I'm just gonna say I'm following Bones if I feel like Bungo's in danger. Like, if Bones is relaying something
I
happened
see
down
you.
here.
Yeah.
I'm-
I see you come up behind me. I'd be like, be careful. I don't know what he stepped on.
Hold on 1 second.
All right. Recognizing that no one's coming with me, I'm gonna run back too.
I'm not still there.
What's Alana and Usk doing right now? Nothing?
Sorry, 1 second.
You're
She's
good.
taking
Kinda
her time coming down
confused.
the hallway. You
I'm
ran
probably
past
okay.
her to catch up to them, and she's kind of just like making sure everything's okay.
Okay. Yeah, so as you run over there, you guys, whoever's makes their Bones and Gideon, you guys make your way, and you see there's a like an open pit, and you peer
Where does
down
it
into it.
start exactly?
Oh, sorry, I'll show you. Yeah, I forgot you guys can't
No,
see
that's
that.
alright.
That's why. Hold on 1 second, and I can show you right now. Bam.
Okay.
You see it now?
Yeah, I just didn't want to get too close.
Yep. So as you peer down, it's like utter blackness, darkness. And I sent somebody a message if you haven't seen it yet. So
I scream down. I scream. You know what? I yell
Right,
down.
scream.
Yeah. Bungo!
you don't hear anything. Well, give me a perception roll.
Sure,
Bungo,
okay.
or I'm sorry, Bones and Gideon, actually, because you're both right there right now.
Sorry, make sure I don't have anything because I feel like it's important that I hear him.
yeah.
Nat
Deadly, not
20.
dangerous.
Nat 20.
So
yeah.
you hear water. You hear a splashing of water down there.
Fuck.
What? What? Where is he?
Do you hear that? Listen.
No, I don't fucking hear a goddamn thing.
So now that he's kind of pointed out and you listen, now that he's kind of no, listen, you can
Yeah,
hear
like, quiet.
water splashing.
I point out like the dripping, like you hear it. It's like
Yeah.
rhythmic. Fuck. Oh, I'm gonna.
I'm gonna jump down there and get him.
So okay, as you jump down, you hit that like line of blackness, and everything goes dark, and you realize that like you couldn't see an inch in front of your face. You do hit something very hard. I need you to make a dex saving throw. You hit something hard.
That's cock. That's actually pretty darn good for me. Dex save 16.
So you take half. You only take 5 bludgeoning. As you hit something hard, it feels like you landed on like a crate or a box.
Okay.
But you feel like part of your body go into it. You almost, honestly, you could kind of feel like you're on top of a cage. You know what I mean? Like you hit the hard cage and like your arm slid into it, and and you reach down and you try to pull your arm out, and you feel like you're sitting on top of a.
Can I use my mutated man hairs to sense where Bungo is? Is he within?
Yeah, you
10
can.
feet?
Fuck yeah, you can. So with your 10 feet, you realize you're sitting on top of a cage. More than likely not a physical cage as much as a magical cage, and it's underwater, and he's in the cage. So you've landed, this water's about 8 feet deep. There's some sort of magical cage you're on, and inside the cage you hear Bungo like struggling to get out.
My mace has the light spell on it. Is it light in
Right.
here, or is it suppressing the light?
It's suppressing the light.
Okay. Can I feel for like a point of contact? Like, is it bars and a roof, or
It's bars. Everything's bars.
everything's bars? All right.
Yeah, and because you can basically see around you for 10 feet, and what you sense is that there's no door to this cage.
Okay. But there are bars.
Magical bars, but yes, bars.
All right. Well, I don't fucking know what this shit is.
No, I hear you.
I'm gonna put my foot on one bar, and I'm gonna put my mace, my magical mace, in between that pivot point, and just try to bend the bar out for my halfling
Jumping in.
brother.
You
Because
can give me a, strength.
God, I don't want to roll a die right now.
So it's
I was-
athletics or an athletics, I guess. Roll. It would have been at disadvantage because of the magic, but I'm gonna go regular because you have like
that's a
created a.
17.
You feel your veins and biceps just about to burst, and you actually kind of feel the magic force start to bend, but you just before your arms give out. 1 second, I gotta look something up real quick. Sorry.
I'm gonna shout out Bones!
Yeah.
Can I hear Gideon?
Yeah. What is happening? Why is my fucking thing not working?
Can I hear Gideon when he screams?
Randomly my
God,
hold on,
that
my
was a
keyboard stopped working.
shitty
What the
ass
hell?
fucking
Oh.
roll too. I'm sorry, Todd.
I have something maybe for you, Todd, but I don't remember if it's attunement or not. So
Sorry, my my keyboard just randomly stopped working.
Oh, you're
Oh,
good.
Second here. What was I looking up? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, we're back. Sorry. I just gotta look up a spell real quick.
Today's pause has been brought to you by Shop A&D on Etsy. Look there for all your D&D needs, minis, and buildings. and
Do you want to
everything.
go to break, Damien? It's almost 11. While you
Yeah,
fix
yeah.
your stuff.
No,
Oh,
no, we're good. It's good. Back on. We'll finish
Okay,
this.
okay,
I don't want
okay.
to interrupt the stress of this moment. So, you cannot bend it. It's been. What's your constitution, Bungo?
You muted.
I know. I was making bubble noises.
Mhm.
I 14, so +2 modifier.
Okay, so it's been 2 rounds. Your next round, you would have to make a save. But 1 second.
I don't get to try anything.
Hold on, I'm telling you right now. I've read your stuff. I'm
2 rounds. I've been down there for 12 seconds and haven't done shit. Just like,
well. You've been. Yeah.
But yeah, you were.
You fell into magical darkness, into water, and if I really wanted, I mean, you might not be able to
But you-
use semantic
can't-
components while you're
Yeah, you
underwater.
can't cast
So
spells.
you can't cast what? So we got to look at what those spells, verbal and semantic. So you could use semantic, but you can't use verbal while you're underwater.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, the spells you wish to use are not going to work. So, okay, it's been 2 rounds. You realize that the other spell you're going to cast probably could work, but you can't speak at the moment. What's everybody doing? Everybody else doing?
So, I have a question and an action, maybe. The necklace of water breathing, was that attunement? It does not say.
Probably not then.
But it's a custom item, so it could have just, not been included as well. So I'll leave it up to you.
Let me look.
Oh, it says requires attunement here.
Yep, I was just about to. Yep, requires attunement.
So you're right. Okay. No, I guess you're not right, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to send Memnock into there, so I'll call him to me and send him there because he can see through magical darkness, and I want to
Okay.
get a grasp of what's going on.
You see, Bungo is struggling within a force cage underwater.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't have dispel magic. Fuck.
I had
I
potions.
what do, blah, 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 blah.
What do those potions do?
Okay, I need a Constitution saving throw from Bungo. Time is ticking away.
Ah, fuck! Am I going under with him?
7.
No, it's like you're above it. You're standing on the cage, kind of, and it's
Yeah.
above the water.
And I'm just
Does-
seeing Bungo fucking drowned. Oh my gosh. This is not good.
Right.
Oh, that's horrible.
I got fucking.
I know by now.
What'd you roll for your
because
con
I
there,
saw-
Bungo?
A 7.
Okay.
Fuck.
At the start. Okay, I gotta make sure I understand the drowning.
I have to cut my own throat.
I'm gonna jump down.
Can I take the javelin of lightning and like jump up and fuck no.
Water.
It's not good. It's water. Fuck.
Is the water flowing in a direction, or is it just still?
That's not gonna work. I'm just gonna keep trying to bend a bar.
No, you can hold your breath for 2 minutes, actually, so you got time.
Oh, nice. That's yeah.
But you guys are, eating it up, so.
Yeah, I'm just trying to fucking
Which is crazy.
make a hole.
Yeah, but I don't know
minutes.
anyone who can hold their breath for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think any one of you could hold your breath for 2 minutes straight, right? Like,
Probably not,
Yeah,
but
man,
I don't
we're also not
honestly know
superheroes.
if any of our
Right, but-
constitutions are 14.
but an average.
Yeah,
You're right.
Can I Can
And
I
I'm
tell
proud
the
of that.
Can I tell the physical the bar's open too?
Can you what? Yeah, you can certainly try to. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Give me
See,
a athletics check.
I want to
But it's
try
at
to get down
disadvantage because
there.
these are magic. He used his leverage in the magical mace to negate the disadvantage. It is possible to bend this force cage, though it is very hard to do.
I realize it's all fucking dark down there, and I
Yeah, you
know
jump
I
down.
saw Gideon.
Go ahead
Yeah,
and roll
I'm
your
jumping
dex
down.
save for the damage, for the falling damage.
I got this.
Give me a dex save there,
26?
Gideon.
26 plus
Yeah.
evasion.
Yeah, you're good.
I
You don't take
rolled
any
a
damage.
16.
Okay, so you feel Ren hit right next to you. He almost lands right on top of you, but he somehow lands. You know, again, his unnatural perception, most likely, or perhaps
Put your
Lady
foot
Luck
there!
is looking down.
Grab onto this! Help me bend
What'd you roll, Bungo?
this bar!
13.
Yeah, say you
Give
grab
me a
it.
second to catch up. I gotta go real quick here. Am I underwater?
Nope,
No.
your
Water?
You're on
feet,
top
your
of it.
leg, like up to your knees, maybe, or up to your ankles, on top of this
okay.
cage.
Is the water
All right.
flowing or is it still?
Still,
That's unfortunate.
How deep is it? Can I check?
it's hard to tell. You think Gideon's? You think it's at least 5 to 10 feet deep. Like it's at least probably 8 feet deep. You wouldn't really know, but you can guess pretty. He has his tremor sense,
All
so
right.
he knows. Never mind, that's right. So it's 8 feet deep.
All right.
Not
Can
tremor
I
sense,
glance
lines.
around? Is there anything dangerous in the water?
Not that you know of.
A
All
halfling.
right, perfect. I'll be right back. You keep doing your thing, Gideon. Or no, I need a nickname. You keep doing your thing, Giddy. All right, we'll work on it. And I dive under, and I want to go under the water, and I want to try to like push the cage up, which would probably be a lot easier if Gideon wasn't on it. But it doesn't matter. I want to try. I'm working with buoyancy here.
Give me
And
an
I wanna
athletics
try to
roll
get-
at disadvantage.
Why disadvantage?
Because it's a force cage. It's magic.
Magic.
It's not it's not really a physical.
17
Half physical.
and all right, 14. 14.
Yeah, you're not budging it.
Man.
Does anyone remember if I used Bigby's hand last session?
It's been about a minute,
Oh.
at least. Yeah, it's been about a minute.
Do I get more than one attempt?
Tell me what
a
you.
minute's-
No, once you've tried to bend it, like you get one shot. If you can't bend it, then you have to either take a short rest or yeah, you can't just continuously try. It's like you just aren't able to do it.
I
So
know.
you could try other things.
It's like 10 rounds.
Like, well, tell me what you. We're sitting here. We're out of combat. You tell me what you're doing. Like it's no fun if we sit here for 30 minutes and let the drama of this seep away. It's a fucking. What are you doing? What's happening? You know, like this should be a panic moment as he's drowning to death.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to
I-
like. You can have
it's-
as many actions you want. Just tell me what you're doing.
I'm fucking taking my mace and I'm starting to hit a corner of this fucking force cage.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Roll damage.
I rolled damage.
You don't have to roll to hit. Just roll damage.
Roll damage. Yeah, it's a fucking mace.
+2 mace though.
Yeah, it is. It is a +2 mace. 10 points.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just assume that from here on out, if I can't bend it, I'm fucking rage smacking this shit. Like I don't like seeing Bungo underwater. So
Yeah, it's horrifying.
it's yeah, moment of panic. That's what I'm doing.
Bungo, what would you like to do? I want to make sure you get your.
I'll search for like a lock or something, like some way to open it.
Yeah, give me investigate or what is it? Perception. I don't know. What would it be? You're feeling with your hands. Perception at disadvantage because you're blinded. Alana.
So Alana comes into the room after seeing everyone rush over there, and she's casting detect magic because she's sensing something's going on with the darkness and everything.
So you find that there is magic. The darkness is magical, as well as some sort of evocation spell down there is glowing as well.
Okay.
The
is
cage
there
he's
a-
in.
Right. Is there a magical trigger anywhere that be seen, or is it just
There are 2 glyphs on the walls that glow
I
with the
point
detect magic.
that out to Usk that these are lit up and could be a cause of something?
I'll investigate them.
So you can't see them
Yeah.
without like she can detect the magic of them, but it's in the darkness. So she tells you where they're at, but you can't
Oh.
see them.
Is there anything? Because I haven't jumped in yet. I've just been looking through them. I'm not. Is there anything on the like in the hallway that looks like it's like any runes that are glowing or anything like that?
In the hallway, no.
No. Okay. So it's all contained down there.
This is going to be sketchy as fuck, but I'm doing it because I can apparently hold my breath for 15 minutes because I'm a fucking lizard wizard.
That makes
Nice.
sense.
I'm going to jump in.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to do the I sense through my familiar because tremor sense and kind of come back and like back and forth to figure out where I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going to try and approach the ruins that
Give me an intelligence
pointed out.
check. Like an intelligence save, I guess.
Okay. Save 23.
With your big brain energy, you're able to easily be able to kind of orient yourself through that, and you are able to find these glyphs glowing on. One is clearly some sort of glyph of evocation, and one is of whatever this spell is one is a glyph of both of them are evocation. Sorry, got like basically one on the far side, like the north side and the south side.
More. Good.
Bungo.
I rolled the 22 for investigation or perception, whatever it was, when I was looking for.
Yep. You don't find any. It doesn't appear to have any door lock.
Okay.
I know this isn't how the spell was intended. Oh shit, I'm underwater, it wouldn't work. Are the glyphs under the water? Or are they...
Yes.
Yeah, but your head isn't, right? They're
Doesn't
standing
have
on
to
top.
be.
Yeah, they're standing on top of the cage. They don't have to be fully submerged.
Could I still reach like with my hand and touch the glyph while head... So could still... Okay. This will have to be you rolling. It's not the wave spell as intended. But could I channel counter spell?
No. You know that. This
Yeah.
is a prime dispel magic
Yeah.
situation, right?
It's the one thing I fucking didn't grab.
Yeah.
I forgot
However, I
about
will
it.
say you're a mage. It is possible to disrupt the glyph without magic using Arcana and like. So you do know that.
I guess I'm doing that. I was trying to think of a quicker way to.
How
get
big
around
is
it.
the cage?
5 foot by 5 foot by 8 foot.
I'm gonna jump in on top of the cage.
Ah!
Use
Another
mold
one!
And I'm gonna raise the bottom of the cage up.
Remember, you tried to affect the stone and stuff. This place is unaffected. Like you can't affect.
Even in
Look,
this underwater.
Of course, it's all part of it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. What were you gonna do? What? One of you was gonna say something? Because you're running. You got about 20 seconds before he starts.
I wanna swim back up, get to the cave, and be like, guys, this thing isn't moving. We gotta do something about the water. Can we get this water out of the way? I'm gonna take a big deep breath. I'm gonna swim down, make eye contact with Bungo. Be like,
You can't see him. Darkness. You can't see each other. Pitch black.
right. Can I feel him thrashing at least?
Yeah, you could reach through the cage, and you guys are like grasp arms as panic is setting in.
I'm gonna pull on Bungo. I'm gonna pull out his little arms, and I'm gonna grab him by the back of his neck, which I'm sure is all like curly knots and wet weed. I'm gonna try to get right on his lips and blow fresh oxygen into him. but romantic.
I don't know how viable that really is. I don't think you can. I don't think that's something that people
All
do.
right, fine. No, hey, look, I tried.
Well, at least to
tried.
give you like
You know what?
at least to give them enough extra.
Yeah.
I know you see in the
Can you
movies, but
call
I'm
it
not so
like
sure.
roguish
And
inspiration?
the longer you hold in your lungs, the more carbon dioxide
Yeah,
or
the more
whatever it
I'm
is.
eating the oxygen up. I know
Yeah.
how it works.
What do you? Well,
Hey,
Alana, what are you
Ren.
doing?
Well, Ren's dead, so he doesn't actually retain the
Ah,
oxygen
true. Good
distribution.
point. He's not
So,
breathing.
Boy, I
and
don't
mean,
breathe.
he doesn't need
Wait,
to be.
that means he
Hey,
kind of
thanks
doesn't have
for
to
being
breathe
in the
underwater,
moment.
though.
Thanks for
have to
being
hold
in
his
the
breath.
moment.
That's true. He doesn't
Right.
have to hold his breath.
What if I what
Okay,
if I
so
swallow
Thanks
a
for
bunch
being
of
in the
air,
moment.
okay? And
so
then I belch it into
when
him.
so are part of their bodies out of the darkness while they're standing on top of the cage or no?
No.
No. But they can hear though. It's not silent.
Yes.
It's
Yep.
dark. I'll ask Us, did it work? Did what you tried work? I can't see him.
I've got one last thing to try.
If that doesn't work, ask Gideon to hit the glyphs.
Can I try something?
Yep.
Can I cast Lehman's tiny hut?
Uh,
I think it's too big.
It doesn't
it
work
is
that
probably
way.
too big, and it is verbal
It's verbal.
components, so you have to
Damn.
Can you
use your
reach
mouth.
the top of the cage to like
No,
slurp some air?
it's above the
Just the
top
water
of the
above
cage.
it.
All right.
I want
So
to
listen,
shout
if I
against
know
you
it's
guys,
getting
but I
close,
can't.
I'm gonna get underneath the cage and try to lift the fucking cage up.
Okay. What did you Usk, what are you trying to do?
Good luck.
As you said, I'll be using my Arcana or Investigation, try and disrupt the room.
Give me an Arcana check.
I really use my
That's a
fucking
dirty
language
20.
right now.
Which one on the north or the south side?
I'm currently working through Tremor Sense, so I would have just gone.
It can be random. I'll roll 1 to 10. It's north.
Yeah.
You are on the south side. So as you notice the glyph and you realize, hey, if I can break it here, and if I apply, I could write another sigil here,
Yeah.
and I think it'll break. And as it does, as you finish that, there's a little sound as the cage disappears. It's still dark, but you see, but you guys, whoever's standing on the cage falls into the water as Bungo kind of shoots up finally, literally seconds away from passing out as he takes a.
I'll head back out the water. Got one.
Good
You
work.
guys
the
can take a
other!
second at that point to disrupt the other glyph.
Yeah, help him
And the
pull everybody
darkness
out.
fades, and you see now
Yeah.
you're just in a pit in the bottom, in about 10 foot of water. As he fell through, the glyphs activated, creating darkness in this cage
Yeah.
around him.
I'll help. I'll like grab Bungo's hand and help pull
You
him
guys
out.
are able to pull him up as he's,
Mhm.
I'll give him a big
coughing up
hug.
water and everything as his
Holy
life flashed
shit.
before his life.
Fucking lizard MVP.
Glad I heard you scream.
Fuck.
Good job, everybody.
Sorry.
We
Sorry about
we
that.
can take our break there.
All right.
Whew. And so yeah, it
Vocals one are
We're
good.
on.
Sorry, Jeff. I don't mean to cut you off. I just see that it's 11:24.
no, it's fine. I was just gonna talk about how I was grooming Noah from.
When did I start playing with you guys? 16, something like that.
We'll save
It's
that for
probably
the private.
something we should
Noah-
have put online.
Noah, listen to me. I want you to hear me. It's not your fault. Look at me. Look at me.
No, it's Jeff's.
It's Jeff's fault. It's Jay. Let's be honest.
His whole
Right,
life.
are we back
I'm
on?
sorry.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm sorry,
We're good.
but I gotta
Oh,
say
wait.
this has been bugging my mind this whole time.
We're good.
Hefe right now, if he had a slight beard with some beads in it, he would look like a knockoff Jack Sparrow.
A Timu Jack Sparrow.
We have Jack Sparrow at home. You know,
Yeah.
Pharaoh. It's this thing. I get it. I get it.
Timu. It's the French version. No offense. No offense to any of our French followers.
John Hall from Hall Oates.
Yeah.
Or John Oates.
I'm from a country who's most known for fucking sheep.
yeah, that's gonna get us. That's
We
that's
just
really gonna help
lost
with our
2 followers.
international followers.
It was Sheep Herder 1 and Sheep Herder 2. All right, I'm done.
You know, you build 1,000
know,
bridges.
The shepherds, they're a real huge part of our
yeah.
audience.
No,
Okay.
All right, are we back on?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, yeah, our viewership has dropped dramatically, but we're back on. So yeah, you guys have just saved Bungo's life. It was quite a dangerous trap. You're starting to realize that this place is designed to kill you, and that to be wary. But now you know where the pit is. You're in that hallway. There's a door to your up and one down below you, and that's where you're at. There's something about sea cows roaming around.
Look, guys, I found the sea cows.
Hey,
They're.
get on track.
I'm on track.
Lock
I'm
it up.
telling you. I found the fucking sea cows.
Wait, hold on. Bungo, are you okay?
You want a little jab of
I got my
this?
breath back. I was a little worried there. Couldn't use any of my.
Yeah, that was close.
But then wouldn't you? Also, as a good adventurer, you learn from that, right? Bungo might be thinking, I'm never going to let that happen again. Maybe if I got a ring of spell storing, I could have a few spells stored away that I wouldn't need my voice to cast, right? Like, that's what experience is about. Trying to figure out, like, how can I not? I almost died, and it was my friend saved me. How can I not put myself? Or maybe, I don't know. The Usk would be like, God damn it! That was a moment where he realized, why do I not know Dispel Magic? Like, he would know that spell existed, right? So that's how adventurers, I think, would survive.
I had
Right.
to spell magic.
Well,
I know. Right?
Yeah.
apparently I forgot to grab it.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that in a bad way towards you at all. Like, I'm
No,
just saying, like, that's the fun of it. He'd be like, oh, there's the chink in my armor, right?
All right, I'm gonna poke Bungo with my tiny little staff of healing, and I want to pump him full of.
Are you guys touching tiny little staffs?
No, I'm touching him.
I just
with
imagine
my-
Bungo's like breathing real heavy, and you just see the little staff come up, and he's like, it's like the staff hand is like, yeah, just real sensually down his lip.
Hey, David, like I said, no one plays red better than you. So I'm saying, lead in hard because I am only gonna be like, yes, and
That's funny.
and I'm gonna pump him full of 4 charges.
Damn.
Yeah,
Well,
and I hope he accepts them.
no,
Bungo or who?
I need
Bungo.
that many charges.
He doesn't actually seem injured. Looking
Yeah,
at him,
you're
you don't
actually
think he's hurt.
Damage, 'cause
That's nice.
Apart from like his fall, he's a little hurt
Oh.
from the fall, but
All right, well then I'll just give it. If he's not that hurt, I'll just pump him with 1 charge.
He just
You know,
gives
I
him
don't
the
want to
pinky.
waste my charge.
He gives
Pump
him
me
the
up.
pinky.
What is it?
Yeah, I'll just give him the little pinky.
Strong hand.
Take my strong. Oh my god. I thought they were 1d6. They're 1d8 plus 2. All right. Well, enjoy 9. I
That's
pumped
my
you full of
number.
a metric that could only be described as a 9.
He all the wounds he had, your twisted ankle and your broken pinky pinky toe that hit on the ground, kind of cracks back into place. Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Someone stick their hand in the hippo mouth.
Oh, I smile and I have a cigarette.
You disgust me. All right. What are you guys doing? We got to get it back up.
Yeah,
Serious stuff here, guys. Serious stuff. Let's get on this.
I say we leave this side alone for now. We'll come back to it.
Left is
So
death.
you-
That's what we
so
used to.
you-
That's the motto we
Right
used
is
to go
always
by.
right.
How about
We
you
went
guys?
the opposite. Right is always
Or
right.
no, you go left because the right way's wrong.
Stay behind me, Ren. You stay in front. Let's be smart about
So,
this. Please.
The other
Give
door
him not
said the sea
lantern.
cows got it away or something bullshit like that, Nova Way.
Yeah.
And you said there was acid on the door.
This door,
Did
the
we
door
really-
over here.
Do we really want to open that door?
I don't think we need to.
No, I gotta. Ugh, I hate to say this. I got a bad feeling about that door.
It's a trap.
Ren, you're our only hope.
Yeah, so we should just try to play with just.
Lead
I'm
us.
the weirdest boner right now. Here's what I want to do.
Gideon, take the lead.
Gideon.
Can we go up the
follow
hallway?
me.
Yeah, I'm following.
You guys have full control of your character. Yeah.
Sorry.
I-
Everybody
yeah.
move.
This way.
You're
Take a little
telling
peek,
me.
see.
What's that door?
Yeah.
in
So
front?
you see the hippopotamus headed statues to your left and right.
Right.
Door in front of you.
You see
I'll
those sea
acknowledge.
cows?
I'll acknowledge his previous comment about sea cows. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's leave him alone.
Thank you.
You guys
Alright,
should check
thank
the
you.
traps.
Wait,
All right.
I think
I'm
Yeah.
assuming. I think Ren's checking traps. Basically, is how I'm
Yeah.
kind of taking it.
I'm checking traps 24/7. I'm looking for traps on you guys, especially the lady.
So yeah,
Holy
so a pair of
crap, is
large,
my
blocky
zipper.
statues, carved to look like a humanoid hippopotamus, prevent passage to the east and west. Both hippos are carved with their mouths wide open, with a small hole carved in
With
the
a
back. They're
big
holding
hole in their throat.
form-fitting slit. Small gaps to let you look through. Oh, unfortunately, I guess now you would notice it. There are hieroglyphs on the floor in front of the statues that read, "Use their treasure wisely."
is it the same for both?
Do we
Alright,
have any
let's
treasure
get
for
you-
them?
No. They're holding little containers with ornate tops,
Sorry.
if I recall. And I'm out of my depth here. We got to get Usk up into this, and also they have holes in the back of their throats. So
Don't get any
you
ideas,
know what I'm
Ren.
thinking?
No.
I'm
You said we
just
can
saying.
see. You said we can see like behind the statues, like it leads into another hallway.
Yep.
Can
Are they holding any weapons? What's their pose? I'm sorry if I missed it.
No, they're not holding weapons. They're just holding a form-fitted
Okay,
box in their
okay.
hand. Like,
Sorry.
yep.
Thank you.
No, you're good.
The gap that leads behind the statues. Would my snake fit through the gap? Past the
I was gonna
statues.
say,
Sure.
we can actually just bamp them behind the statues because we can see.
Well,
Would
yeah,
his
you guys-
snake
them up
fit
here so
down
we can do
the
that.
hole in his throat?
I got so much to
Sorry.
Jeff,
say right now.
God.
I'll take one. You take the other.
Yeah, so let me do something real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put I have a token made that's an owl.
sure.
I know yours is a snake, but we're gonna just use this so
Yeah,
it
it's fine.
makes things easier. Let me create your thing real quick so that we can.
Yeah, find familiar bros.
Yeah, they just slither off. You never see them again. Memnock grabs the snake and eats it.
He would.
Sorry, I'm just trying to put this in here real
Creating
quick for
your
you.
snake. Don't stick your snake in the hole.
They're gonna do my name.
That's gotta be a title of an album for like an 80s metal band.
Don't be a pussy. Give it a shot. Like,
Ba-da,
why you
dun,
jump?
dun, dun, dun,
Actually,
dun.
the song title is probably like I stuck my snake in a hole. Like
So
it's a
okay,
story
you
you're
guys go on the
telling.
opposite sides. Can you see out of your can you
Yeah.
control that and can you see on it, Kieran?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
So you guys
Oh,
see that
right.
there's these hallways that go or these long hallways that go around the other side.
Nice and slow, Usk. Check for traps.
You
Yeah.
guys can give me a perception roll.
Where is my snake friend?
Nat 20. Let's go.
Let's go!
I'll show it to you if you want.
Chat has entered the room.
That's my second one tonight.
What'd you roll, Usk?
I cannot for the life of me remember how to do perception checks for familiars.
So
It's
just roll your
perception.
yeah.
If you're
'cause
looking, through
through
its
it.
eyes. Yeah.
I'll just use mine. Oh.
Wait. No, I think
Okay,
that's wrong.
okay.
I think you have to use the.
Just roll your 20 and we'll see. You know, if you're like at a 13, then we'll figure out what is. But if you roll
I have
a
it right
2,
here. I have a
then-
list of all the.
I
familiar
rolled
options.
15 on the dice.
Okay.
It's a
So,
poisonous snake.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
So
It's
it's a
a
15. Just a
venomous.
15 then.
Okay. You guys don't notice any traps as you make your way down the hallways.
I do have. It does have blind sense as well, 10 feet. If that helps with anything.
Okay. Yep. So it does. I actually gave it way too much blind sight. Or I'm sorry, blind sight or dark vision.
Blind.
Oh, okay.
blind
Does it have dark vision?
No.
So you would have to look through your eyes with your. Oh, yeah. So it can't see actually. Yours can't see because it
Yeah.
is dark back there.
It just.
So it can
it'd
see
be
10 feet in
mainly
front
through
of it,
blind
though.
sight.
So it's just
Yeah.
got the small perspective.
Yep. That's okay though. There you go.
It's still good.
All right. So as you make your way, Memnock makes his way around. You see that this is it curves around. It looks like it goes back to the other hallway, and there's a semicircular alcove. It contains an 8-foot long, 3-foot wide stone sarcophagus decorated with ivory and gold. There appears to be above the wall some sort of hieroglyphs.
Usk.
What did
There's
they
a-
say?
There seems to be a tomb of some sort. It's made of ivory and gold.
Ivory and gold.
Do you think it's? You'll have to get close enough to read it, Usk. It's.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing this is probably the same.
Yep. So yeah, you have to kind of like slither right up to it, get within 10 feet.
Yeah.
And you see that it says the key is found at the bottom of the sarcophagus.
Ugh. Nope.
But I'll come back to to me, not through snake. It mentions something about a key in the sarcophagus.
All right. So we find the sarcophagus, dig around in a bunch of
Didn't-
gross ashes.
Didn't that other door have a keyhole?
Did.
You mean the well?
There's another.
No,
well?
where
The
at
door
the
with
bottom
the
of the
jackal
well.
heads.
with jackal heads.
That one didn't.
The room that I fireballed you in, there was two ways. One with jackal heads and the way we've gone.
Birds.
The jackal head door appeared to have a giant keyhole.
I'll start
Alright.
looking around for the key with Memnock, just like around the base, like the bottom at first, and then working my way upward and
You're looking for what?
a key around this.
Oh, around it? Yep. As he looks around, you don't see anything outside the sarcophagus.
How would it open? Does it look like it would be like a slide
The
top?
lid, yeah, the lid would slide off.
So
I'll say to
um,
the snake, so it's just you and me hearing it. Do you want to push it off? I don't know if these things
Do
can,
you-
but
do
we can
you-
try.
do you see the snake head just? I'll kind of circle it to try and get the snake to have any hieroglyphs on the sarcophagus, if it relates to maybe who's in it, any murals on the walls.
No, apart from it, no, and the only hieroglyphs in here actually are are what it says. So it's not covered like a lot of the other places. So you don't see any indication on who or what's inside there. Here, I can hear you guys. I just gotta grab something real quick, but
I'll I'll say to the snake. Actually, I'll say to
Okay.
Usk out loud.
Okay.
Does this look like any other sarcophaguses you've seen? Does it look similar to any other pharaohs or kings or anything like that?
Sarcophagi.
Sarcophag.
No, I'm just kidding.
well, that depends. If
Sarcophagi?
sarcophagus is a Latin word, then it is sarcophagi. But if it's Greek or other one, then it'd be sarcophaguses actually. So
Yeah.
Or
just throwing that out there.
And I was
Sarcophagus.
I
being
like
a-
sarcophagus. I'm just saying.
No, I was just trying to top like douche over you. You know what I mean? Like be more of a douche than.
While both are accepted, sarcophagi is the more common plural form.
Well, no, look up what the word
Greek
sarcophagus
origin.
is. It a Latin? Does it
It's
come
Greek.
from Latin?
All
So
right,
then it should be
guys.
sarcophaguses.
We know
Even
you're
if it is more
smart.
accepted, technically the grammatical
Technically.
term is sarcophagus. Sorry. Anyways,
guys, slow down.
I
We're
feel-
such fucking nerds.
I feel like I need to go back to elementary school right now. All right, you guys are killing me with this shit.
all right, what are you guys doing?
Fancy teaching Latin in elementary.
Um,
school.
Yeah.
I went to a fancy school. No,
Does it? Do I see any runes that look magical? Even if
no,
they're
you don't
not
see.
active?
Nope, you don't see any runes or any like yeah, any carvings like that, glyphs or.
Feels almost safe to push off.
So tracking back a little bit, relating to what Bones said through Memphis to me, to Snake, me. Does this style of sarcophagus relate to anything? Do I know anything about this
No, because there's really like it.
using history wise?
Yeah, it doesn't have any markings or indication of anything in like specific, right? Like no names, no.
Really, more what Bones was asking was like, does this look similar to like other pharaoh, even just in how it's designed?
Sure,
In
it.
terms of like, would royalty does this look like a royal sarcophagus or that type of thing?
Yeah,
More than
so
like specific details.
you would know that a sarcophagus like this would be for somebody important. It doesn't have to be royal necessarily, but the average person certainly isn't getting a sarcophagus like this, or even like, probably like it would either have to be some sort of royalty or maybe like a part of the somewhere up in the, but it definitely, to get something like this, you would definitely be of moderate importance in a society for sure.
I'm just gonna say that if Usk and Bones are doing their like blind eye, talking back to each other through their familiars, which is out loud, I'm gonna go to the end of the hallway so I can keep an eye.
Okay.
I probably can't even see. Can I squeeze past these?
No, there's it's like 6 inches, like it's
Okay.
not very much.
All right,
Don't-
so I won't.
Don't
even...
wander too far.
Yeah,
Don't wander
Okay.
too far.
I was. All right, never mind. Shut up. Fuck you.
I didn't mean to scold you. I love you.
I'm gonna say.
I
we just,
trust
bring my.
your views. I know you have value.
I'm gonna bring Snake back.
Okay, what are you guys doing? I can bring him back over. If you're going through there. What you doing?
What are we doing?
Look, there is a potential puzzle here where we could try to appease these open-throated hippos, if you know what I'm
Sea
saying. But it may be too complicated for us to do tonight. So, do we want to check out some other doors? Or is that going to backfire too?
So
feel like
this
Come on, let's just-
pathway, this pathway we're currently taking seems to lead us to a key to the previous door.
And we know that the sea cows know the way. Did I get that right? Sea
To
cows know
the
the answer. Sea
to
cows
the
have
acid
the
room.
key.
Sea
It's
cows
one of
know how
those.
to open this door. It's actually pretty blunt.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm shitty at the actual details, but I paraphrase.
So they got,
My
the
only
sea cows have
concern.
something in their little sealed chests too. That it said use their treasure wisely.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
They'll
saying,
open
and I
those.
think it has something
Scared
to
about
do
opening
with their
those.
throat hole. But
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something we can solve, tonight.
We could open it
So I'm
ourselves.
saying, do we try to explore any other avenues, or
Like the other previous doors
How is
to the
everyone-
left.
Huh?
My only concern is the path we're on right now feels like the right one, and any diverting, as we've already seen, could lead to unnecessary
drowning
pain.
blocks.
that's true too. That is very true. But all right, I'm gonna come clean with you, fucking blood pumping livers. And by livers, I mean people who are alive.
I'm gonna
Um,
insight check him. As soon as Ren said he's gonna come clean, I'm really going
Getting like,
Mostly.
finally.
to.
I can't be healed anymore. I have a very limited way to maintain this existential metric of how healthy one might be versus closer to death, which is weird because I'm post death. You know what I mean?
Get
I
outta
went
here.
through it, and then I'm.
Is that what the smell is?
Yeah, no, of course, and I've been trying to cover it up. Is anyone...
Actually, I think that's me.
Oh, it's just onion, isn't it? Fuck.
To stay behind me and tell me what to look for.
Ren, are you suggesting me take a nap? Because I would be very open to a nap.
Yeah, that's
You
that's
guys
where I would.
feel comfortable sleeping here?
No.
No. Especially after we left 2 tents up topside.
All right.
Or
I
we jumped
feel-
down a well.
If
I
you
feel
want-
less comfortable, Gideon, not having the ability to do anything.
Okay. So then I will keep an eye out.
You don't have to. I'm not gonna sleep. I'm just gonna sit
I
there.
don't need to rest.
I don't either.
You're getting
Jesus
exhausted,
Christ.
Gideon.
We should all hang out. You guys want to play any games?
No, you need to sit still, remember?
Yeah, but we could
You can't
probably
do
play a
anything.
game or two.
You can't.
Maybe a word game.
You want to play?
I literally
I know 4 words.
Literally, yeah.
So.
Oh, how's that word work? Never mind.
By the way, I'm a high elf too, so I only have to rest for like 4 hours. The rest
God,
I'm
we
just
could have
chilling
the
out, so
cool
we're all just chilling
Late
out.
night parties.
Yeah.
But all right, is anyone down with like? Do you think we could find a safe little nook? I mean, I feel a little weird. Like I feel like these hippos. I mean, these sea cows are judging us. But like, what do you guys think?
Are they? What are they made of? What material are the sea cows made of?
Stone.
Stone?
Stone.
What do you think, Bungo?
What quick thing So there's, from what I remember, these guys were planning a big ritual soon. How long have we been down here?
You've been down here for. You did take a short rest, so you've been down here for total time hours, 6, 8
Yeah.
hours maybe. 6, yeah, 6, 8 hours, more around there. I guess he
Does
would know
anybody
exactly, so probably 6 hours.
does
Every time we
anybody
do that,
remember when they
you give like the answer, and then you go,
when
"No, it's 6 hours."
Yeah, right, because he knows everything all the
Yeah.
time. So.
does anybody remember when they said we were planning on the major big ritual or whatever?
Of course, I remember. It was exactly on.
No, you guys never heard it. Yeah, you never heard the exact time. Just that something was going on.
They have our weapons, remember? Right?
Wait, they were
Totally
doing a
wasn't.
ritual? Am I forgetting something?
Well, they
I
talked
know
about
we
like
did our ritual.
well, there's a lot of things going. Yeah, it wasn't really. They never mentioned a ritual, but it seemed like there was a lot of stuff
Well,
going
there-
on, like something
Yeah,
was
like
happening.
As a certain big day approaching.
Well, no,
Oh,
that you're
the
talking about when
moon.
the moon. You're a week
Yeah.
away
Yeah,
from that. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
weeks
Okay.
or a
Okay.
week. Yeah.
Not as pressing as I thought it would be. But then again, on the other side, they still have well, your lot's items.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fantastic.
That's a big part of it though. That's yeah.
So he wasn't down here.
And there's something stopping me from getting mine.
Well, yeah,
Something
you just
stopping
feel like
Rob.
everybody's learned that teleporting in this place is,
Yeah.
Hard.
I say we
So?
take a nap. Do you want a long nap?
that'll be your second long rest or short rest for before a long. Remember,
Yeah.
you only have to take 2 short rests between long rests. Like, well, you can take as many short rests, but you only get the benefits of 2 short rests between long rests. So,
I
say yeah.
I'm fine. So I'll take
Yeah.
watch. Whatever you want to do.
Long nap.
Brent needs it.
okay, you guys gonna take a short rest? Try to take a short rest.
Attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes an hour goes by uneventfully. I mean, quiet. You guys can take a short rest.
Hell yes.
I'm gonna roll one
I'll
hit
guess I'll
die.
do some hit dice.
Yeah, I don't need to do anything.
You better get
In
in the
theory,
action,
you could not
baby.
take you could not use any of your short rest stuff or regain any of your short and wait for another one because individually you can each. You know what I mean? Like you could rest as many times as you want. You can only get the benefits of a short rest twice. So if you're not, taking
Well,
those
like getting
benefits,
bells back and stuff
yeah,
like that.
exactly. You can't
Yeah,
get anything back, but then you could take a short rest later. Whereas one of you might use, like I think Bones, this will be a second time. So if someone else didn't, yeah, in theory, that might get confusing. But I'm trying to be as fair as.
No, yeah.
Jeez, that almost makes me not want to take one hit die.
Exactly. Maybe
I'm
you're
not gonna-
So
I'm
instead
not
of you taking
gonna-
a short, you're on high alert, not really resting,
Yeah,
watching,
yeah,
keeping.
absolutely, absolutely. I agree with you. 100%.
I'm all
Not
out of
that
hit.
I'm the GM and making this decision. I'm just Andy
No, but it's
saying,
good.
you know
that-
what?
I want it to make sense to you guys.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. I'm not doing it.
Let's.
I'll
are we
just sit in my cubby corner reading books.
I
could try and- pull the top off of the sarcophagus. I think I can get it off just with Memnock. Take a bit.
Do we really want to
I
trigger
mean, I
that?
guess I'll help. I'm not very strong, but I'll help if I see Bones trying.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
can't.
we're-
Get,
no.
we can't get back there.
This isn't that area behind where only our
Where we got our
Familiars could get to.
familiars.
Sorry, never mind.
So I'm gonna give Memnock the bag of holding, so he has all the stuff. And I have block and tackle. which allows me to move much more weight than.
What are
I
you
would-
attaching the to?
That's what the problem that Bones has to try and figure out. So, I have some pitons. I forget how they're pronounced.
Piton.
Piton. So can I like try and hammer one of those, or have
They
Memnock try and
the
hammer?
walls are impervious to damage.
Okay,
So hammering something into it doesn't.
that's
Can I
unfortunate.
can
about
I
like a
investigate
crowbar?
these?
Crowbar could possibly be used, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
He's just an imp, so I understand. But crowbar, he'll try his best.
so
So you're just like
what's your strength? I'm basically
m-
going to double your
it's
strength
-2,
because it's not a roll.
so it's 6.
6, so 12. Yeah, you even with the crowbar, he's like,
Yeah.
he just can't. It doesn't
Okay.
budge.
I'll
Hey,
investigate the statues a bit better.
Okay.
Okay.
They, like I said, there's a hippopotamus. They're holding the box. They got the hole in the back of the throat.
Us opening or taking the box. I want to see, will that trigger anything on the
If you do what?
statue? If we go to open the box or move the box what they're holding.
Are you trying to open it? Like as
No,
you
I
go
wanna
to do
s-
it, nothing happens.
I'm
You
not
got your
touching
hands
the
on the
box at
lid,
all.
and
No.
you okay. Well, then nothing
I'm ju-
happens.
ju-
As you reach for it, nothing happens.
I'm trying to discern that if is there a mechanism of if I take this off, will something happen? I'm trap checking.
Yep. So you and Ren and both, you guys don't see that like a trap.
I'll
And you know his passive is extremely.
I'm sure it's
I'll
safe.
kind of I'll kind of look behind me real quick just make sure nobody.
You slide, you can pop the stone top off it. You see that there is a potion inside, and with a hieroglyph around, like a potion container has got hieroglyphs on it. And you kind of investigate the hieroglyphs. It says gaseous form.
It's a potion of.
Who is at the
Gaseous
north?
form
Oh,
itself.
yeah. Sorry. So one more thing.
Great
You can go through.
Let's check the
and-
others one.
Agreed.
If you wanted to, you could go through, and it's just gonna let you get to that sarcophagus and flip it over, or go through it to find wherever key. Or we could just find another way through that door, and then save the 2 potions. So,
I mean, I'm holding on to it for now, but
See what's in
Wasn't
the
there
other-
a saying with it like use them wisely or something?
It did
I
say
use
use their
these treasures
gifts wisely.
Yeah.
Let's,
Okay,
That's
so
all
check
the
other one.
intelligence you get from Gideon. All night.
I'll go
I'll
see
look
what's
at
in the other one.
side.
Or yeah, there you go.
You slide it open. It's the same thing. Potion. It says gaseous form.
Okay, so 2 potions of gaseous form.
One person to go in and check traps. One person to pull the lid off. Gideon,
Ow.
friend.
Boys, what was in the boxes again? As I asked from down the end of the hallway.
It's
Two
some
potions.
What?
2 potions of gaseous form.
Are they full? As the DM walks away.
Yes. Sorry. Yes, I'm here. I can hear you.
Gases.
Yes. Yep. They're full.
Oh, okay.
You good?
I'm just curious if people have come down here and used them to hide our things or not.
That's clever.
Because it looks like the box have been touched recently.
Good question. No. You can see like dust fell off of it when you opened it.
Do we
Oh.
think we're going the right direction?
I feel like we are.
We haven't found any other direction to go. We've been
Well, I mean,
following
there's
the
a
only
How
way
few
far
other
was
around.
the other well?
we have some other options, but this, like, we're following the sea cows, and the sea cows know how to open the lock, right? Did I get it? Was I closer than?
Perfect
Sea
memory.
cows
You
know
have.
the way or something like
Sea cows know how to open the door.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The door, not the lock. Idiot.
If I look down the hippopotamus's throat, is there anything down inside
Down the what? What are you looking down?
the throat hole?
No, I don't think. Yeah, just a hole. Um,
Oh shit!
Children.
Stop it. That's for afterwards, God.
yeah, no, you don't notice anything.
My apologies.
Well, we might have to pick this up in our next episode of.
Oh, never ever happened of putting your hand down an unknown hole.
But
On next on.
No, you know what? I
Yeah,
was
we
thinking.
can end here if you guys are
All right.
ready. I mean, that's up to you. I'll keep going, but if you guys are, you're, if you, if it's gonna be
I will
rough,
say that I think the vibe over on our coast is it's getting a little late.
fair enough. Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
It's
This
almost
is
like
you
5
guys.
a.m. So.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I understand. You guys. So we'll end here. You guys are in front of these statues. You found some potions of gaseous form, some hippos with holes in their throat, and a sarcophagus. Quite a lot of information to take in, so
Yeah.
it'll be good. Yeah, you guys will have time to.
An interesting point too. Going back to the other well.
The potion would have come in handy.
I would make the point that I did forget to say that you can, in that room where you guys came down the well, you can see the hole to the other well. They look like they both come to that room.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah,
No
that's my bad.
fucking
I didn't.
way.
Yeah, I didn't mention that.
No, that's good.
I
Okay,
meant
that's good
to.
know.
I did mean to ask that, but shit happened.
No, that's great because that was a good point flash of like, are we even like going the right direction? But I mean, yeah, we seems like there's one direction.
Yeah, this Alana's been hanging back, observing everything you guys are doing.
Look, I think there's more directions, but I think
so
we're
too,
on the right
but-
path.
So far,
I know,
Yeah.
there's that one band that says it's one direction, so I'm saying.
I love
Feel like
them.
there's a lot of
Of course you do.
there's
my
a lot
God,
of
I love
information.
Ethan.
Of course you do. All right. So with that being
I don't
said,
even know if that's-
thanks
I just-
Damien for running tonight's session. That's pretty badass, and I'm fucking super happy to be back in the swing of things. Tuesday we have Arcanus Rebirth. There's only a handful of sessions left, so make sure you tune in for that. And then we'll be back here next weekend with another episode of When Black Roses Bloom.